Hey, hello. Microphone is on microphone online. Hello and welcome to Courtesy Flush. Why you put that? Get this toilet off my face, Janana Blair.
You're a toilet face.
I'm a toilet face now. Thanks.
Thanks for turning my microphone down.
I didn't turn your microphone down.
Thank you.
I didn't turn it down. I just turned our headphones down. There we go. Welcome to Courtesy Flush, where I sit here and adjust microphone knobs without looking. Goat, are you there?
What do you think?
I can't tell because the mic's low. Anyway.
Well, look behind you.
It is him. And look, it's me, Boulder. Thank you very much. Wotan's curse. Wotan's curse.
Thanks for giving us giving Jeff Bezos 50 cents.
Hey, yes, Jeff Bezos is going to go down to the candy machine. He's going to buy himself an Airhead. He's going to think, you know what? Thanks, Wotan's curse. You know what? You won't end up in my.
You know that his vending machine probably has caviar and deeds to houses in it.
Deeds to houses.
I think it literally just has that and like just single individual hot dogs. You know, just single individual hot dogs.
Dude, you can't talk about the experimental whistling weenies. Those haven't been released yet.
You know, he's probably got like deeds to houses.
Yeah.
He's probably got like keys to cars. He's like, oh, let's see. Do I feel like a Snickers or a Maybach today?
Well, when you're hungry, think Maybach, right? No?
What's a Maybach?
Maybach is
it's a
to Mercedes-Benz what a Lexus is to Toyota.
Yeah, it's a car.
It's a prestige brand within the same corporate hierarchy.
It goes vroom. You can drive it really fast.
So whereas a Lexus is a $50,000 version of a Toyota that would normally cost $25,000,
Right.
a Maybach
Is an overpriced
is
rich
about
car.
$1 million car.
Yeah, exactly what Monroean says. A car built to driven around in.
A Maybach is a car you buy to tell people you are not to be fucked with, because the people who have Maybachs often have access to air forces.
Yeah.
Double dipping.
If you are a dictator and don't have a Maybach, you have failed.
He's right.
I thought you were talking about like Air Force officers that double dip with Boeing during their service.
No, that they don't make Maybach money.
Okay.
All right, dictators, listen up. You want that dictator look? Or what do we call them, dicks? What up, my dicks? Listen up. You want to get that look that makes you go, you know what? I want to oppress the people of my country and somehow oppress them even more with my awesome car that I got to drive around. Then yeah, there you go. Vehicle of the future. Maybe I'm tired. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Anyway, let's go over to the stream.
Let's play Arcanum.
Let's play Arcanum. I don't know why I keep doing this to
Arcanum.
myself.
So I got to put on my magic goggles.
You put on sunglasses.
Yep.
They're very 90s.
Oh, look.
It's a door that opened immediately.
And then what happens when I put the normal glasses on? Oh, no, I can still see it.
You can still see it.
Yeah.
Well, it's like you remember.
I remember. This is the Wheel Clan. This is where
Hello.
the nice dwarves are.
Nice dwarves?
The nice dwarves.
Hold! What business have you in the caverns of the Wheel Clan? Speak!
I come with grave news. Tell the guard your story.
I see. This is grave news indeed. You need to speak with King Thunderstone. His house is directly northeast of here, just through the center passage. Speak with him, and he will know what to do. Did you just interrupt me? That's going in the book of grudges.
And I'm like, excuse me, how much do I have to pay you to fuck off?
Oh,
And he's like,
man.
40 coin.
That's a paddling.
I mean, Warhammer dwarves have listed grudges for shit like being shortchanged. Presumably by
Yeah, but
accident.
then they blew up the world
Yeah. No, we don't.
to sell the steampunk stuff.
Yeah.
I want the
No,
steampunk
Age of
in my game.
Age of Sigmar didn't happen. Don't talk about that.
Oh, and they're reverting it because they realized money.
Yeah. Wow, it's almost like 12-year-olds don't have Warhammer Minis money.
How dare you? Now, I'm not doing the God's Quest, I've decided, because that is really intricate. But there is a painting in the game. And this is one of the altars you have to put your offering at. and has to be the right offering.
Offering of coal.
No, but there is a right and correct offering for each place. There are all these altars. There's a painting in game that you have to look at, and there's not really a magical thing that says, go do this quest. It's just in the game.
Yeah, if you see the painting, it tells
you
what's in every altar, right?
No.
Oh.
No, it does not.
It tells you the order.
It suggests the order.
Yeah.
But it is not.
It's not an instruction manual.
Yeah, you have to deduce. It is the correct offerings in the correct manner to go do all the correct things to the correct gods. And if you do them out of order, you end up cursed.
Wow, this is some nice wood, actually. They make these interfaces feel really nice. Yeah, look at that button.
Yeah, it's a very fine grain.
Yeah, it's some very fine grain. This button right here is actually really well designed.
Dwarven King.
Here we go. Push that down. Oh, he doesn't have magic. The Dwarven King.
I am Ranver Thunderstone, son of Logar Thunderstone. I stand as chieftain and king in waiting of all the dwarves, both over and under mountain in the lands of Arcanum. Welcome to the caverns of the Wheel Clan.
Yeah, I must be leaving. No, I have a few questions.
Of course. What do you need?
Said you were a king in waiting?
Yes, my father is unavailable, and I rule in his stead. But I am not the true king, and I will not be as long as my father lives. I am only a king in waiting.
I see. I'm in need of your assistance?
Of course. What do you need?
I come with news of a most dire nature.
Dire nature? Of what are you speaking?
And tell him the whole story again.
He tells him a story about how the dwarves from the other clan have completely and mysteriously disappeared.
I see. And you say you've been to the Isle of Despair to confirm the story of Gudmund Orbender.
Yes.
This troubles me, my friend. We were given assurances by Alberic. Assurances! Bloody meddling. Oh, blast them all to the dark depths.
Always blast the elves.
Yes. This is an old and dark business. The business of my father. And as I am his heir, it falls to me to make it right. But I know not what to do. He told me so little.
So what happened?
My father, great and solid Logar Thunderstone, king of the doors. Do you know of him, stranger? The stories of his courage, of his strength, of his wisdom. My father, stone among stones. From out of the madness of the clan wars, he united us under one banner, under one king, through the sheer power of his will.
And where is he?
It broke his heart, that heavy stone heart. He who warred against Lorik the Abjurer in the pass of Gorgoth, who in victory burned Lorik alive, along with 10,000 of his dwarven followers. And this broke him like a child upon the stones of the world.
Where is he?
It is, as Orbender told you, my father permitted the banishment of his own people by the elves. He watched them sent away, heard their cries, with harness born of 100 generations of Thunderstones.
So where is he?
My father came home and upon his knees cried out for the lost, foolish brethren. Tears of regret, stranger. Regret, shame, and sorrow. The cavern shook with his fury, shook with the impact of his hands upon bare stone. He tore the clothes from his body and set his bulk against the walls and the floors, and his sorrow was marked in blood.
Sounds like Dwarf Fortress Tantrum Spiral.
Yeah, it is. And then?
I told you, he left us. Walked into the old caverns with nothing but harrow, first axe of the Thunderstones. And without weapon, he disappeared. Exiled by his own grief, and left the Wheel Clan. He's never returned.
Okay. I'm very sorry. What do the elves have to do with
Elves?
this?
The elves? It was they who demanded the banishment of the Black Mountain Clan for their crimes. But as for the reasons, as I said, I know very little. My father had never told me the details of his discussions with them. Only that what had been decided was necessary, and that the responsibility would be his.
And what did the rest of the clan say?
The other clans never knew that the elves were involved in the banishment. They were only told that the Black Mountain clan had been exiled, punished for their crimes. And my father was the only one present when the sentence was passed.
And the elves, who were they?
I have no idea. And I know not why my father felt it necessary to speak with them, nor to heed their demands.
You must cut down less trees this season.
Sir, could you cut down? Oh! Throws the clothes and he...
No, they would just pull a lever and flood the trading depot with the magma.
No, they slowly start reaching for the lever. And
Okay,
they're like,
100 trees. 120.
all right.
Whatever.
Okay, so
Bates! Bates! It was Bates who spread technology and its disease. And who are we to blame him? Humans. Cursed with brevity, lacking patience, lacking discernment. I spent human lifetimes deciding on what type of stone to use in a mural. And look at what they've done in only a few turns of the moon. And what these elves came to us. Speaking of punishments.
all right, I need to speak with your dad.
He exiled himself. He walked into the
All right,
dredge.
where is it?
The dredge is an old system
Okay,
of
dungeon dive, got it. Yep.
it has
yeah. All right,
monsters
good.
and,
Yeah.
it's dangerous.
He's like, I know where he's... Okay, you could just... let me just press this button on my... Okay.
Well, you can actually talk to him.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
get him to open a side entrance that goes right to him. But it's really funny because it's just like, okay, yeah, get to the point. Okay.
Yeah, he did do that, didn't he? He just kept going.
He's
Hey, Adam, it's
memorized.
good to
he
see you,
probably
man.
memorized that speech for like 50 years.
We are doing all right, Mr. Bowser.
All right. Yep. If you don't mind, yeah, I gotta go to the dredge. Now you have to.
The dredge.
Oh God.
Psyduck says, I like elves.
How dare you? Elves are pernicious.
Well, of course Psyduck likes elves. They throw bread in the water.
Overly fond of nature and animals. And protective of the trees.
It's true.
Look at all these giant fucking rats.
Oh, we have the inventor of the calzone here, Mr. Calzone02, saying, "Heyo, glorious madman."
Oh, well, I'm glad to know his work is being appreciated.
He
in
is
these dark
the
times.
He is the inventor of the calzone.
He's the inventor of Calzone 2.
Calzone, yeah, 2 squared.
Not
It's a calzone
squared.
in a calzone.
It's
By the way, Mike,
hypo
the
cube.
alarm is going off.
Oh, yep, that would be the smoke
Shimkin.
alarm. Let me go ahead and make sure my food is not burning.
Chimkin Nunget.
Yeah, no MREs today, guys. We're out,
We are out.
except for the actual emergency reserve.
Well, that and we have MREs coming. Catch intercepted his share, and he will bring it to us at some point. Catch has intercepted what someone has sent to us, which is French MREs.
Ooh. Oh, those don't can't talk. Don't those come with wine?
No.
Oh. I thought they got a wine ration during the Iraqi war.
Yeah, it's not in the MRE.
Oh.
It's something they hand to you.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't want shelf-stable wine.
No. That's a horrible idea.
Cassoulet au carbone. A chest.
A trap chest.
What is that? A diamond and clock parts.
Yep.
Just glue some gears on it and call it steampunk.
Pretty much. Bang.
Bang.
Boom.
Boom. Seath.
A geode. Ow.
How are these monsters not set off the traps themselves?
That's what I ask myself in every D&D dungeon.
Yeah. Well, for the arachnids, they probably are like heavy enough to set them off.
That's fair. I'm about to die. Oh my God, Virgil, stop. Look
I'm trying my best, sir.
I know. You goddamn Dickensian waif. Leave me alone.
How am I a wife? I'm 26.
You are a child in the mind, sir.
Yeah, that's probably.
I'm
about right.
seriously hurt, sir.
Please, sir, may I have some more?
Yeah, but if you look at him, he looks like Nick Nolte in that picture. He's
Yeah,
just
that's,
like,
what I was saying.
Yeah,
he looks like
like-
he's in his late 20s at least.
Yeah, he looks like he's had quite a... He looks like the senior college student meme.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some people are, as I like to point out, 40 in the face.
They
Wait,
have
what was
the city miles.
Yeah, got a lot of city miles.
What was that guy from The Boys who's like the main character? He looks like he's like both like 20 and 50 at the same time. It's like,
yeah, that's Carl Urban.
No, not Carl Urban. The other...
Oh,
the main
Huey, the guy who
Huey,
plays-
yeah.
I don't see him as the main character, though.
I know he's not supposed to be the main character, but he is the...
He is a persistent point of view. He's the everyman's point of view.
He is the main character, unfortunately, because he's the established. Yeah, I agree. Boo. 'Cause they establish him and they follow him. The Carl Urban's character gets introduced later.
Yeah, but I still don't see him as a main character. If anything, the main character are the villains.
Sure they are, Tex.
All right.
Sure they are.
What is it that
Carry the sheet metal for me.
What can I do?
Just dumps it all on his hands.
Hold this, you weak bastard.
Sir, this is really rusty.
It's going to crumple up the papers you gave me earlier, sir.
Yeah, well, if you can hold papers, you can hold sheet metal. Same
Taylor,
shape.
I have not seen the Snake Eater parody that you linked me because I didn't see the link. I'm sorry. You'll have to send it to me.
What the hell? Are those fishmen?
No.
Oh.
Hello there.
There's some
General
sort of weird
Kenobi.
ape people with horns.
Le Monk.
Wow.
Fucking dog.
Send some powdered wine? Hell yeah, dude. Powdered wine.
Alcohol. Just what, you just mix Kool-Aid with ethanol?
And ignore that. That's just telling me that the oven's at heat level. It's fine. Because when I turned off the timer, it turned the whole thing off. So I had to set it all back again.
Ah.
But yeah, it's good. What is sheet metal if not metal paper?
It is.
Yeah. What is Mike eating tonight? I'm not eating anything at the moment. Hopefully chicken, assuming I don't set it on fire.
Well, there was one guy who said he was going to send us U.S. Army MREs.
Hey, what's that tube thing it highlighted when you put your...
That's a lie.
Oh.
Yeah.
There was a guy who was going to send us U.S. Army MREs, and he said he would. And I gave him the address of our intermediary, and they never showed up.
But the French ones did, so we'll have those.
Yeah, so people have offered to send us MREs just because they think it's hilarious to watch Mike gag on the air.
And watch me eat it up.
An Oregon.
Hello, the stream.
Yes.
Horrifying. That's it.
Upvote that Mike cheated at Shadowrun and Hakura should have won.
No, you didn't.
I didn't cheat. Excuse me. I was in the right. My character has never betrayed anybody in Shadowrun for any reason.
I betrayed Stagger's character for a tank.
No, I there was no opportunity that presented itself for my character to go, you know what, this seems like a good reason to betray them. But also MC's a little insane, so if
MC was monitoring the team's comms because he's the hacker.
Yeah.
And Hikura didn't do anything to encrypt that. He just PM'd me saying, "Oh, I want to text the corporate court and ask for amnesty in exchange for turning them in."
Oh, so Psyduck came to you. This wasn't... Yeah.
Yeah, no.
He came to me hat in hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you please spare my cult and give it the status of a AA corporation?
Wow. Wow, I didn't even know the whole story behind that. There's Psyduck there with this little smiling face. Can't believe that. I honestly feel like our friendship is now jeopardized.
friendship ended with Sidon, with Hekura. Now Teppo is my best friend.
Now best friend forever. Oh, man. Alcohol powder exists, but mostly for industrial purposes. I suppose you could make instant torpedo juice.
Yeah, you can. Powdered alcohol exists. I know people who've tried it and they said it's just not good.
There's a German trucking company that sells kinds of dehydrated things like canned foods and a canned cheeseburger. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that backpacker's cheeseburger. No.
Remember when you got me to try canned bread?
The canned bread is delicious.
What do you mean you tried it? You didn't like it?
No.
It was delicious.
Like, Tex, what did I say immediately after I tasted that?
It was delicious. Thank you for giving me canned bread. I want more, please.
You also don't like cheese.
Correct.
Unless it's that's the thing is it's like
unless
here's
it's
some
too much
fancy
pizza.
here's some fancy fucking cheese and then you're
No
like no and then you're like pizza and I'm like what's that on the pizza and you're like well it's melted it's different and my brain just like sparks flying out.
I apologize for nothing.
My brain.
You're not smart enough to understand why.
this is so good.
I know why brain hurty.
Brain and scramble.
Yeah.
This reminds me of a courtesy flush of years past when we were playing Breath of Fire 3 on stream, and Michael was going on and on about how the plot of what the fuck was that movie? The one where law is legal for like a whole night. You know that one? Or no, sorry, everything.
Oh, The Purge.
The Purge.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was going on about how The Purge can actually be a pretty good plot. Like there's actually a good idea and story there. And me and Kevin were like, we disagree wholeheartedly. We think it's a really dumb idea with a ton of plot or loopholes in it that make absolutely no sense. And then he started talking about how the movie failed it and all this stuff. And I was like, okay, I watched the movie. And I asked him, like, well, what about the movie that it, like, because it's a schlocky movie, what about it didn't make any sense? And he was just like, well, I didn't see the movie, and me and Kevin fucking lost it. So we bring it up every now and then. But that was one of my favorite moments. Like, he had this great argument, and then he's like, well, I didn't actually watch the movie.
Well, and here's the thing.
So good.
Everyone.
Oh, Michael's here. Yeah, see? The Purge. Yeah, you see, you know what I'm fucking talking about.
So
it was great.
Yeah, Bronwick's gun.
Oh, there we go.
Now we're gonna get into some fuckery.
So tell people what the damage over your.
So this does 10 to 30 damage, and then it also has really good range.
Yes.
But the speed is slow as fuck. This does low damage, but it adds 1 to 20 fire damage.
So it's kind of like a little flamethrower, but like flame bullets.
It's an Obrez.
Yeah, it's fucked up. And so we're going to use that for a bit because nothing says Arcanum like using a ancient and terrifying weapon you don't understand, made from materials you can't identify, from a long ago precursor civilization, just because it's convenient.
Sounds a lot like Battletome.
Well, yes, but they actually know what that civilization was.
They do. That's true.
This also uses fuel for ammo, so it's
maybe
a
in
little
the
weird.
inner sphere.
Yeah, I was going to say, the clan didn't really get that memo there. They just kind of went, "Whoa," and they're like, that's not a policy. Football! Football! They're like, okay, football and lacrosse, you
my
win.
persona is a bird. It's made of gemstones.
They're like, okay, yeah, go play lacrosse. Jesus Christ, they're all so huge.
That's how we are going to decide tax reform.
I love that you just keep falling on the traps, man. You don't care.
I don't give a fuck. Watch this.
I love it. I love the travel time, though.
Not so great as a weapon, no. Because if your enemy is hiding behind cover and they watch this ball of light go along the floor.
What I'm pointing
whoops.
out is that if you fire this gun and there's no end on the other side, the bullet will have to wait, or you have to wait for the bullet to travel the entire way.
Uh-huh.
Don't
So-
fire it in the open.
That's
Nice.
perfect.
What a nice gun.
It's like the rangefinder, the sat bomb from New Vegas, kind of.
Yeah, I think what was that? What the fuck? I'm missing something here.
What? Your dinner?
No, the Calzone creator, or sorry, Calzone Squared creator saying, I'm just imagining one of those children's Spark toys, except it's Horatio's face with sparks coming out of his ears. Did I miss something?
No, this is an internet comment, Mike.
I feel lost. So a battle mech mounted nacho cheese tower? Thrower.
Ew.
Nacho cheese thrower? You just sitting there, vibing in your urban mech?
Butter hot.
Yeah.
This is too spicy for me. Oh my god. Yeah, so I'm out of fuel because this gun uses fuel. You just pour gas into it and shoot it.
Nice.
Oh, I like that. That's actually kind of cool. I didn't know it used gas. I don't think I've ever used Bronwick's gun. I picked it up.
It's interesting, and the crits are hilarious. The looking glass rifle is a good all-rounder. The rifled cannon and some of the bigger stuff is great, but it uses a lot of fucking bullets. All right, I'm going to try to break in this.
Cody says, if you don't camp with at least 2 flasks of Everclear or actual moonshine, you're doing it wrong.
Let me in.
Let me in.
Let me in the cage.
A good Stilton blue cheese eaten
That's
with a
jam.
honeycomb is a delight to the senses.
Ugh.
It's
What?
an interest. No, it's an interesting. It's kind of like how sweet and sour mixes.
I was gonna say that actually sounds really nice. I've actually had a honeycomb once, and it was because someone offered it to me, I was like, this just seems like abundance in just in like the way they were offering, because it was like at a party. I was like, this just seems like overabundance just so I can eat sugar. And they're like, have you never actually eaten real honey before? And I'm like, I've had the honey from the store. They're like, no, real honey. This is real honey from bees. And I was like, okay, so I tried it. And I was just like, I had so much energy. I was like, oh my God, what have I missed?
yeah, and
At that point, I had only eaten ghetto food, so that was a magical moment to eat an actual honeycomb. Wax and all, because I was an idiot.
Nice.
I'm like, oh, it's so waxy.
It's edible. It's edible.
well, yeah, you can eat a lot of wax.
Yeah, it comes out the same way it came in.
Stilton and apple is good too, Max points out.
Yeah, Stilton's really sharp, but if you mix it with something,
Yeah.
it becomes really nice. So this is a weird creature that summons stuff. It's also kind of a demon, but I have an attack dog that eats fire. So fuck you.
The name of the demon is Burno War.
My name is I have 0 fucks. I have explosives and guns.
Hell yeah.
We're
You don't
done.
even need that. You got that
Getting-
dog.
Getting honeycomb is a very expensive endeavor. Like an actual one. You could buy the honey that comes fresh from like a real honeycomb, but to get the whole thing is pretty expensive.
Oh God, we got someone throwing magic.
Or is that a trap?
Arachnids.
Nope, it's that guy.
So all the lights, Goat, are basically like modifiers. So if an enemy is near a
Yeah.
light source, it increases your hit.
Yeah, like Fallout.
Yeah.
Bullets from a gun.
Yeah.
I think they were trying to make it so if you destroy a light source with an enemy near you, they can't blast you, but it also works both ways.
I just shoot people.
You do. You do. You just click and click.
And the problem with that is
Nothing. I'm not complaining.
Diablo clicking.
Yeah, well, Tex pointed out that me and you don't need to click. But dude, how
Yeah,
are you
but
going
it's-
to play Diablo?
Yeah, if you're not.
Yeah, if you're not
Molten Giant.
Joy.
if you're not clicking 1,000 times. You gonna save your game there, buddy?
Why would I?
You're right. Why would you save the game? It's only a molten giant. You can probably destroy him.
Yep.
Realistically.
We took off like a quarter of his health in one shot.
It's true. He also has these little guys. What are they?
Don't talk to me or my son ever again.
Mom says my turn to play the PlayStation.
Yeah.
We're here to kill you.
You have any games on your phone?
God.
Dog eat.
Dog eat.
Chomp. That's fucking Scromble's dog right there.
It's true.
I don't like it, so I shoot it.
Taylor says their his battle mech, the Arrow 4 launcher for his urban mech, Kit Bash, arrived yesterday. So
Excellent. That's a great kit bash, by the way. Just make sure you have it really well set on the base, because the Arrow 4 makes it kind of heavy to one side. Not saying this from experience, having fielded Arrow 4 urban mechs before, but yeah, just make sure she don't fall over. Let the dice do that.
No Kirby the Irby.
Hot chomp.
Dude, that dog doesn't give a fuck. Look at that little spider. Look how cute it is.
Fire spider. Nothing like adding two things that people never really associate with spiders.
Well, imagine there's fire ants, right?
There are. There are fire ants. So do the fire spiders just...
It burns when they bite you.
It burns when they walk on you.
Oh,
that's pretty cursed.
That's good, actually. I like that.
All of their leg endings end in fangs.
Oh, that's good. That's a granite rat. I like how they're like, we need to put a rat in this mine. Well, he's got to be made of rocks. Okay. Well, I guess we could do that.
Dog chomp rock.
Unless they were trying to make a golem, and they're like, well, we need the most fiercest creature we could think of. I know.
I'm afraid of rats.
Yeah,
I
well,
made one.
I've written quite a bit of homebrew over the years. I've been playing tabletop games since I was like 14, and I'm 37 this year. So one of the settings I had written was like somebody I had made like one of these classes that was a fighter subclass that was called Dwarven Miner. And, you know, like bonuses in tunnel fighting, bonuses in dark vision, bonuses in picks and axes as weapons.
Yeah.
And so they were like, why would these guys be so good at fighting? I had to come up with a fluff reason. And I said, well, the dwarves, obviously, since they've been mining for thousands of years, need a challenge in mining. You know, they need something. I blew up that light. You need a challenge in mining, right? So what they do is they open up portals to the elemental plane of Earth that is constantly shifting. And they send their mining teams in there. And they're like, all right, find the portal out. So every day they wake up and they're in a different cavern that's just randomly shifted around them. And they're fighting all of the monsters on the elemental plane of Earth. So the rats are made of rocks. Everything's made out of rocks and gems and are super hard. There's very little, if any, food. All the things out down there want to kill you or are poisonous or are terrible.
Sounds like Lava Land.
Yeah. Any good adventure zone, man. Just make it nasty.
That's pretty awesome. Also, Kelson, you didn't have to explain. I'm fine with being confused, man. I appreciate it.
I keep throwing Molotovs at my own people.
Clan Rock Rat.
It's team building.
The dog needs his iron supplements.
That's true. I almost died just there.
Nicely done.
That's why you bring a lot of potions.
Potions, Sala.
A Ramsham, the quarterback in real life, says, isn't that basically Deep Rock Galactic text?
This predates that.
Yeah. This predates that by about 20 years. But, you know, there's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
When it comes to tabletop and shit, find ideas, steal ideas, use ideas.
And Jeremy asks, was this a D&D game, a film or something?
No, this is all D&D. Now notice how all this shit is dead.
Yeah.
And there's a little hole in the wall. That's where the guy is. Now, here's the thing though, is you have to understand when it was written, nothing new under the sun, nihil novi sub sole, in Latin. When it was written some 2,000 years ago.
Hartley who? Thank you for the courtesy.
When it was written 2,000 years ago, someone saying there's nothing new under the sun. That means he's probably seen that shit a few times. And here's your naked dwarf who's in charge.
Some 101.
Who dares disturb the exile of Thunderstone?
Forgive me, your highness.
Quiet. This insolence is unforgivable. The violation of my ancient right for solitude in exile is not broken so easily. Your life hangs in the balance, stranger. Speak quickly, lest you taste of the fury of Harrow.
Yes. Perhaps this is the wrong time. Yeah, you must listen to me.
No, stranger. You must listen to me. I've come here to writhe upon the blade of my sorrow, to live the 1,000 deaths by the ancient right of kings. These laws are passed down through the mountain from the beginning of remembered time. Your life is forfeit to them, as is my own. Do you understand?
I understand. Let's see. Yeah. Would you raise your axe against another dwarf?
I care not of your race, dwarf. Do you have any idea the number of dwarves who have fallen under the blade of Harrow? What do I care of another?
Stop! I come with news of the Black Mountain clan.
What? How do you know? Speak quickly. Your life still hangs in the balance.
Tell him what you know.
Forgive my harsh words before, dwarf brother. I mean you no harm. My crimes are heinous enough without adding to them more dwarfen blood.
I understand.
In all the time since the judgment was passed, I have never spoken of it. My shame has held my tongue. It seems that very shame shall now, finally, bring the betrayal to light.
Please, these elves who approached you, who were they?
A delegation of elves sent from the Silver Lady herself. They came not long after Bates had built his first steam engine. Technology in the hands of the human had spread and advanced at an alarming rate, and the elves were hit first and hardest. Their forests were being cleared with the help of technology. Massive steam-powered clear-cutters. The oldest groves, towering and untouched for thousands of years, were being destroyed without prejudice. I saw much of this with my own eyes. The ancient forest of Morbahan is little more than a graveyard now.
Mr. Ranks.
All right, yeah.
The Silver Lady
Some
is Mother
101.
Queen to the elves.
For the courtesy.
She is very old, much older than I, and very powerful in the ways of magic.
Have you spoken to her directly?
No, I'm not sure if any but elven eyes have ever been laid upon her. Over the years, we have corresponded through messengers. Elves and dwarves are very different, and we tend to stay away from one another. But our relationship, as culturally strained as it may be, has always been civil. We don't necessarily understand one another, but we've always respected the differences.
And where does she live?
In Kintara, the oldest city of the elves, somewhere within the Glimmering Forest.
All right. And she was angered?
The delegation told me that she was extremely hurt and angry about the damage that had been done. According to them, because of her age and power, she was hurt the most by the clearing. Her connection to the forests was strongest of all.
Were there elves living in the forests of Morbahan?
I'm unsure, but I don't believe so. But the delegation said that the crimes were against all elves. You see, Elves feel a very strong connection to the world, to nature, and especially to forests. It's said that elven souls reside in the oldest trees. I don't know if this is true, but I do know there to be a strong connection between living things and magic.
Was the Silver Lady angry about the Morbahan forests?
The delegation told me that she was extremely hurt.
Yeah, okay,
There are
technology,
memories,
humans, because
and
humans live
therefore,
short in terms of
when
technology,
Bezos was
yes.
given a look at our technology, he was... I've
Yes.
said before, they said no. I know that there was a time of violence many years ago among the elves.
Inconsistencies in your story, sir.
Yes. The more we talk about it, I begin to get the same feeling. Yes, the elves would have been angry, but would they really have threatened war? Morbahan was a tragedy, but directly affected none of the elven communities. Perhaps my fear blinded me to such things before. And now this mystery. Where are the dwarves of the Black Mountain clan?
What was it you feared?
I am very old, stranger. You may know nothing of me, but believe me when I tell you that I've seen enough dwarven blood spilled to fill 1,000 lifetimes. Have you any idea what it would mean for there to be a war between the elves and the dwarves? Arcanum itself would not survive the conflict. And I was so very tired of filling tombs with the bodies of my people.
But...
But nothing. I chose to spare the dwarves, the world, the price of such a war. What was one clan's honor in comparison with the sheer cataclysm that would result otherwise? You ask what right they had? None. They merely forced a choice, and I chose the path of least resistance, the least pain. That was my betrayal, stranger.
what do you mean?
But that is the point. I am king of the dwarves. It is my responsibility to lead them, to protect them. But most importantly, it is my responsibility to defend their honor, their dwarven honor. By allowing my own fear or concern, regardless of how justified that fear might be, to overshadow their honor was an unforgivable transgression.
Well, being a king isn't always easy.
Even as king, the choice is never mine as to whether even one dwarf is stripped of his honor. I should have brought this to the people, or just flatly refused from the beginning. I was a coward, a failure, and this exile is my punishment. Given the choice now, I would have waged war against all of Arcanum to uphold the honor of that foolish little clan.
Yes, we can still make this right. Find the truth.
I don't know, stranger. I think that it is too late for me.
Well, we gotta write it.
No, my friend.
Damn it.
It is no longer my burden. I've taken up another. I failed the dwarves once. I shall never do so again.
Yeah, I know what
Leave
to do,
me.
but yeah.
Take this. A letter sent to me from the elven delegation. Within it is a name. Min Gorad. It's all I have, and all I'm willing to give. Perhaps you should seek out Kintara, city of the elves. I know not where it is, but the village of Stillwater is near the edge of the glimmering forest, in which it is said Kintara lies. I
Got
will
it.
say no
Yeah,
more.
all
I
right.
will say
Blah. Jesus.
Yeah, yeah.
to my exile.
Yeah, so I bring word of your dad, and oh yeah, go get
more things.
Go get Thorvald 2 stones, and I found your father.
Beboppin says, hey, I tried to send you the official Vin jerry can to go with their RICRs, but they sold out. Original French post-war issue, 10-liter military wine can. Yeah,
Yep.
quite good timing. At JC Dedden, do you have a single fact to back that up?
One. Yeah, that's what I loved about that game was where you're like, do you have a single fact to back that up? And the guy goes on and does, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
All right, time to make an offering. Geode.
A
Or is it
sack of honor is worth a sack.
Is it a geode or a diamond? I forget.
Geode. Oh, in the thing? I think it's a diamond, actually.
Rough cut diamond?
No, I don't think it's a rough cut. I think you need like an actual diamond. There's one right there.
Yeah, hold on. There. Yeah, she's got a lot of my stuff.
Nope.
Nope, it's not that, and it's
What
not
was
the
it?
geode. I'm trying to remember. It's a stone. No, it's lava rock.
You're right. You have those too. Yep.
Oh yeah, just in case. See, you get your blessings.
Because you have made an offering to the god Albric, you receive his blessing.
But getting a blessing in, which is strength, which is nice. But depending on the god, you give a blessing to one god, and then you get a blessing from another god that's that god's opposition. You have to do them all in the right order to get the Allfather's blessing, which is like plus a bajillion in every stat and superpowers.
It makes the end game like really easy.
Yeah, it does. It does. But it's also a pain in the ass. So here's the Dwarven City, which is nice.
No, there's no MRE because we actually ate all of them. We're waiting on Mr. Catch to come on down with the rest of them, and then I'll have more.
Yep.
Someone's like, Shadow the Hedgehog is mild compared to that guy's emo.
Yeah, but he actually has a well-written reason.
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
fits his culture.
Yeah. In if you play the games yourselves, you can find a way to actually help Loghair leave his exile.
Isolation. Yeah,
you can do that.
Which is
there's a ton of
awesome.
ways to do this whole thing. Yeah,
There
when I
was
figured it out, I was like, that's when I was like way more hooked into this game, because prior to this, I was like, I was like really struggling. This is my first playthrough. I was really struggling to try to like see why my grandmother liked this game so much. And I'm like, okay, the Gilbert Bates thing was great. I was really reading the story. And then I get to this, and then I started reading because I was clicking on everything. I started reading and doing the stuff, not realizing what I was doing. I go to talk to him, and then I learned I convinced him to get out. And I was like, wow.
And that's what I really like about Arcanum is there's so many approaches to so many things, and each playthrough of my game has been very different just from the choices I made. And Arcanum is a very hard game to get 100% on, to do everything in.
It's very time consuming as well.
Yes.
Like you need a lot of time, of free time to do that. At the time this game came out, I was really into shooters. I played RPGs, but I wasn't like hardcore into these kinds of RPGs. Like this was not my first choice. When it came to RPGs, it was usually stuff that was like on the PlayStation. And I watched my grandmother play all of these games because when I was living with her, this is like the only form of entertainment was because we had the computer. So it was like when she was off of it, I would get on it. And when she was on it, I'd get off and watch her. So I watched her play through these, and I thought they were interesting, but I could never like sit down and focus and play it until I, eventually did. And I was just like, what other games were like this? And so I started grabbing Icewind Dale, and I'm like, this is too hard. And then Icewind Dale's unfair.
Yeah, that is oof. That is oof levels of hard.
Yeah, Temple of Elemental Evil.
Again, oof levels of hard.
Oof levels of hard. But I really enjoy these kinds of games. Once I played Arcanum. Arcanum was my gateway, because I realized that games like this could be good.
They can be great, but it's...
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I know there are people who won't play them because they're especially like this doesn't age well in terms of modern games. There's a lot of quality of life things that would make this game a lot better for a lot of people. But yeah, I can understand you looking at something like this and going, this doesn't look like the kind of game I'd want to spend time in. But I would say, give it a shot. It's really honestly worth it in terms of storytelling. It does have its slumps.
It has its moments where you're just like, oh my god, please.
Yeah, it has its slumps. Those are hard. But if you want to play it and just like see the story for yourself, just play as a mage. It's not like easy mode in the game, but it's a lot easier than technologist.
It is a way easy mode. It is very
well. If you
much-
pick the right stuff.
and I'll give you a hint: necromancy. Yeah, and so
Pick both white and black necromancy. You'll
my god,
blow
will
the
you-
game up.
Yeah, it's just rapid finger clicking. Like, oh, that needs to die.
The other one is was it the fire god one, or the one where because if you get disintegration, and then which under teleportation.
Teleportation's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like, hi, I'm here now, and they're like, but why? And you're like, because I can.
Just
Shut
don't
up.
pick a bow and arrow. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't.
Bow and arrow is a bad choice.
Why would you use a bow and arrow in an era of guns?
Well, also it's just not that good in this game. Period.
No, I'm just saying, like, why would you? You know.
Well, some people like to have a little, backstory for their characters, like, maybe their family.
What's the backstory of your character? I'm dumb.
Well,
I'm going to a war zone. What am I going to take? Longbow.
maybe the backstory
And
is
before
that their
people
parents
start-
was killed by guns, and so
Shoots faster than a flintlock.
he has a fear of them.
Yeah, this isn't an era of flintlock. This is an era of percussion cap.
Yeah. They also have fully automatic weapons as well.
Yeah,
Oh.
this is later Victorian. This is I can go to the drugstore and buy bullets. And
Yeah.
yes, people are going to start quoting Jack Churchill and blah blah blah. I brought a
That
bow
was a
and arrow.
meme.
Yeah, it's Glidadian says the game is phenomenal in terms of world building and storytelling. Characters are wonderful, but God, the game is so tragic in the context of combat mechanics. And I feel like I agree to an extent. There are ways you can make the combat fun, but
Yes.
if you try to play this as the setting like default, it's going to be a bad time because real time is not good in this game.
You can play this in real time if you have a bajillion clicks per minute. Mike, is something burning in the kitchen?
Shouldn't be.
It smells like it.
Let me go check.
Yeah. I'm going to go continue to clean out the criminal activity down here.
It's still like how in your other playthrough you summon a fire demon to fight some muggers and the muggers beat the shit out of it and take its lunch money.
Yes. This guy's got a little bit of everything. He's like, I got
Junk.
sheet metal. He's a junk trader. So there's two gangs here, and I'm just going to wipe them out. It makes me feel better.
Street justice.
Murder. There we go. And here we go.
What, chat?
Oh. I was going inside. Well, I'm going inside whether you like it or not. Be gone with you, dunderhead. I'll wipe the blood up with your face, I said.
Oh.
Ooh, it's a fight! I love killing! Are these the fucking halflings from our Dark Heresy game?
No, these guys actually are tough.
And my food wasn't burning. It was just something in the oven.
Yeah, these guys almost killed you.
Yes, they did. However, dog. He might kill me. Yep.
And yeah, he says, even with my complaints about combat, this is still very much my favorite CRPG of all time.
Oh yeah, this is up there. I would say this and Fallout.
Yeah.
Are
The rest of the
up
game is
there.
so incredibly good that I really don't worry about the weird combat. And thank you for the courtesy, sword thrower.
And here we go with option 2. Just start fucking shooting.
You can't do that. That's illegal.
You can't. You have to be reactive, not proactive. He just bonks you.
So we're in the boil now after doing the dwarven mines.
Yeah, I don't want to go to Stillwater quite yet. I want to get that level. Oh my god.
Berserker.
Yeah, that guy's a little strong. And he's very blue. I don't.
He's probably covered in like drug paint, like some historical
Oh.
berserkers did.
From head to toe,
Hell yeah, my dude.
just dumps right out. I like the water though. That's like very Cleveland. Just like a big giant like fuel tank just floating there in the water. No cats are in the oven. It was just like a food from before on the bottom.
He dodged the dog.
Yeah. Man, these guys can beat up your dog. They'd be in business.
Oh, yeah, that guy's done now. Yeah, it was just a little piece of food on the bottom of the oven.
Ah, all right.
Nothing burning eating that I'm going to eat anyway.
Wow, he knocked Virgil out. Which is not hard.
Virgil got gnomed.
Oh no. Bad time. Bad zone.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. It's just it definitely seems like a bad time to be this guy's enemy. Oh, he missed. Oh no.
Dog.
Did the dog die?
No.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Very nice.
That didn't work because I'm a technology guy.
There you go.
Yeah, leave Virgil to just take a dirt nap. He can sleep on the street.
The boil is not. Yeah.
The boil is very dangerous.
They warn you before even going in here.
Yeah, the cops are like, we're not going to come rescue.
It's a Z zone.
Yeah, and the enemies here are much stronger than most enemies you'll face. I think up until Caledon, it's even still hard.
Yeah, this is an area that is just at your own peril. Great place to level up.
This would be power leveling.
Yeah. Yeah, you look at your level. It's almost like you're already ready to go up, man.
Yep, I'm level 29 and these guys are kicking my ass.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because you walk into Arcanum.
Yes.
I know.
And he is a trash panda because he digs into the trash and makes bombs.
Yeah, that'll help me clean this place out. Little bit of high explosive.
Yeah. I think that makes every game great.
A little bit of mix here and there.
A little bit of TNT goes a long way.
Or some Zimzam.
Some Zimzam. That's coming soon. Zimzam Plus.
Look, yeah, I can just sleep for an hour.
Some guy's like, you're sleeping in my bed?
Be like, bitch, I stab you.
That dog comes out from under the covers and just tears his throat out. Like, oh, shit.
I like how those guards are probably just watching the shootout, eating popcorn.
Yeah, they're not interested in getting involved.
Yep, this is all they can do because the criminals are better armed than they are. So they're like, well, as long as they stay behind their wall.
Hey, they don't pay taxes.
Yeah.
They don't get the protection.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all policing really is when it comes down to it.
All right, let me go get my chicken.
Chimkin
Numget.
Time to make explosives. Not here. Not in town. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. All right, I'll wait a day in his lobby. Good day again. Shall we barter? Damn.
Hey, if that's what it takes for them to secure that sale.
That's what it's about, man. It's about sales.
Stonks.
For the most part, yes. So I have to give the Ginkgo root and the Kadura stem to her, and then I need to go, let us make, and then she makes me some healing salve, and then I go into her inventory and I get my healing salve back. She's like, what can I do with all these gems? And I'm like, none of your business. Those are mine. I want my level.
Okay. So after stream, I'm going to have chicken and potatoes.
Well, how about as soon as I go into this gun store, we can pause in the stream and you can have some food.
I can have some food. Well, yeah. Yeah, you know what? That sounds delicious. Is that the correct term for that?
I guess. Oh.
You already have a high velocity.
Fuck.
You already know it.
I already know so. And he's like, oh, no, takes his backsies.
I wouldn't be surprised if you had that schematic in real life and went, I already know this.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let's add some caveats. Knowing how to make a gun, as I do, is not the same as having all the equipment on hand to make a gun.
And also the experience to make it work right. Although Tex would work on it until it works right. So there's that.
That's called gunsmithing.
Yes.
Yes.
That is called creating a thing.
Well, it's one of those things where, you know, a lot of people, when they make post-apocalyptic settings, fuck up. It's where they fuck up, where they go, no one would know how to make guns anymore.
Looks like
it's
we're on the standby.
Somebody would figure it out.
Back.
No,
Oh,
it's...
hey.
Huh?
Wow.
Bringing it back. Oh, wait, that's not the right one. Wow, that was old.
What?
There we go. I dropped the thing on the floor, and it switched over to a scene where there's a whole bunch of random people on the couch that isn't us.
Oh.
I've never seen those people before.
Oh, my gosh.
No, but the thing is that, like, with Metro 2033 did a very good job when it came down to it.
Hey, the user Softer Chips, whom we do not know, says, stop lying, Tex. I know you keep a lathe, CNC machine, and cold hammer forge under your bed.
Shut up.
He doesn't even use a bed frame, so it'll be like...
That makes it even funnier.
I don't use a bed frame. I don't like being high off the ground.
Yeah. He likes to roll over and immediately be in the prone position with his machine guns that he has a lot of. He has like a shitload of machine guns.
I'm
kidding.
I technically own a machine gun. I own one machine gun.
Yeah.
I would like to own more machine guns, but I am not a cajillionaire.
A cajillionaire.
Nor are you willing to do this sort of illegal thing.
He has like a lot of rifles.
I own a good number of firearms, yes.
He's currently working on one, which we'll reveal at a later date.
I'm working on it.
It's really nice. It's coming along really nice.
I have a lot of gunsmithing projects, but
yeah.
No, it's one of those things where you end up with, let's say, society or civilization had collapsed.
Yeah.
And it's a post-apocalyptic world.
I can't imagine any high-intensity street violence right now.
I'm not talking about that.
No,
I'm talking like the bombs fall, civilization resets, like Fallout or whatever.
Or even just a localized disaster.
No, not localized. I'm talking total collapse of civilization.
Okay.
And all they have is Ben Crosby songs.
And yeah, exactly. Crosby and
Black spots.
Yeah,
ink spots.
Yeah.
So
anyway, sorry.
So you have a calamitous end of civilization. You would not have guys digging through the garbage and making pipe rifles. You would have a few guys who knew how machining worked, and they would sit around and go, okay, what are we making? Because as soon as they can settle on a standardized template, they would begin mass producing them. They would go, what is the easiest thing to make we could make right now? Oh, probably a falling block, 30-30 or 30-06. It'd be single shot, but they'd make it. Start turning out cartridges. I mean, you'd be able to mass produce guns within, I don't know, a week of the end of civilization. Yeah. It would not take long.
Yeah, you would have one side that would just be like heavily armed.
No, it would just
and
be
hopefully building the first warp engine.
Well,
that would be nice.
If Star Trek.
Is that from Cochrane? Where you at, buddy?
We need a set from Cochrane.
He's probably Z Nation. He's Gen Z. That sucks, man.
I'm going to yeet at warp speed.
I'm going to eat this at warp speed. He dabs.
He starts flossing as it powers up.
Yeah. And some 101, Tex's back isn't great for a lot of reasons, but his mattress is actually like legit, straight up class A mattress. I mean, I lay on it, I nearly fall asleep every time. Because I'll go and hang out in his room while he's like doing stuff, and I'll just like lean back on his bed, and immediately I'm like, holy shit, I can feel myself getting sleepy. So I have to get up. His bed is solid. He doesn't want to have a frame though. I don't think that would make his bed any better. It would make it higher off the floor.
I prefer having a frame.
Yeah.
All right, here's your 10 coins. Good day to you, old man.
I don't. I mean, mine's technically doesn't have a frame. I just have a box spring under mine, and a futon.
Yeah, you're doing Princess and the Pea.
I do have. So we have this futon mattress. Well, I do. I brought it with me when I moved out here.
Cleveland Mike.
And because I tried to give it away, and nobody wanted it because it's just the mattress. So I was
It's
like,
a futon. They're gross. No one likes them.
I cleaned it.
Sure you did.
I did.
Not enough.
Not enough. What do you mean not enough?
There's some.
I changed the sheets on that too.
Some things soak deeper than the sheet depth.
That's
on
true.
futons.
That's true. I don't know who else was using it because it was just me. So
Even worse.
yeah, you're right. I do need to stop shitting myself. Anyway, so
Shit pant.
shit pants.
Shit bed.
Yeah, so I have this futon mattress, so I stick it in between the box spring and my mattress, and it makes my bed super plush. So as you can imagine, my back is great, and I don't make popping noises whenever I move.
Mike, you've been making popping noises for a long time.
Yeah, actually,
It's like
my
if
knees
he
do
pops
that.
a squat, it goes.
Yeah, whenever I bend down with my knees, both my knees go really loudly. My mom's do it too. It's hereditary. And I just hear them both go, ah! I'm like, yeah, I know. I do too. I stopped cringing a long time ago. I've been hearing this my whole life, even when I was little. It's just the
Nice.
way my knees have pop rocks in them. I can't help it.
Knee hurty.
Unless there's like some medical procedure that I don't know about.
You got to get that extra knee oil.
What is it? What can you do to your knees to stop them from popping?
Knee oil. Got to oil your knees.
Some
The
knee-
flesh is weak.
I ran into a guy in Goon Station earlier who was doing the Omnissiah thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But he's a new gen, like as we talked about on the podcast. New gen.
Tuber tighter.
Well, no, but it's not that. It's the new gen 40K fans who don't know anything about the lore.
Oh.
So he was like,
I like to sexual toaster.
yeah. So that's all he was doing is he was like, the machine spirit says this, and I was like, interesting. So what do you think of the first precept of knowledge according to the tenets of the machine god? And he was like, there was like a 10-second pause of him standing there, and then he just went, knowledge. Stonks. And I was like,
honestly, that's the best response.
it is. I was laughing really hard. All right, so let me double check. But
Yeah, removing my knees, getting them replaced. Yeah, you're right. I should do that.
Yeah, go down to the store.
Go down to the knee store.
Yeah, I need the. You need new knees.
Knees, yeah.
Nah, see, fuel, wine, and brewer's yeast.
What?
Yes, that is the recipe in Arcanum for fuel.
Would that work?
Not really, no. Not really at all. Because look, there's brewer's yeast, and then I mix that with wine, and I'll get fuel because.
That's okay.
Yeah, no, it's a very.
Hey, it's a fantasy setting. For all we know, yeast is made of boom boom.
Well, no,
catalysts or something.
what like if you were gonna make fuel for something that is needs to be explosive, there's this thing called potatoes, and you can make all variety of things out of potatoes.
Sure can.
To include some of that Polish go juice.
I like to call them spicy potatoes. Very spicy potatoes.
You can make. Okay, see, they have water, rheumatism cure. Why can I not buy wine?
A cure for rheumatism.
There is no cure for rheumatism, really. But so, okay, let's go to
Well,
morning.
he has it. It says so on the bottle.
Yeah, we all know that everything
Yeah.
sold in pharmacies in the 1880s.
I saw this man with a wagon, and he was
Yeah.
claiming
It had flaps on the sides.
Yes.
It advertised how much he cured people.
he had the miracle cure. And a man came from the crowd. He's like, I have rheumatism and arthritis. And he drank the cure, and he was
Wait.
doing backflips.
Oh no, I lack the expertise in chemistry to make alcohol.
Let's get Pablo in here.
Yeah, let's get Pablo in here. Let's distill some fuel oil, not alcohol. Can't make that without a permit. It's fuel oil.
Yeah,
fuel
no,
oil.
officer. We making hand sanitizer.
God bless you, kids. says the cop.
There's such a thing as knee replacement surgery where they replace the bone with titanium. Superior knees. I know that's some, but listen, I don't think that getting titanium knees is within my budget right now.
Dude, we'll just
I eat hot dogs.
We'll
I
get
think
you some Look, we'll get you a side job so you can get yourself some titanium knees. You know,
We'll get them. No, we'll
like,
just
dude,
get,
I'm trying to get a GTX over here. I can't afford knees.
oh, that's
No, we get Mike those flap feet implants that one Olympian sprinter has.
The what?
The like you cut off the lower legs and you have like these paddles.
Oh, those. Yeah,
Yeah.
but then that means I have to like do something like Olympian level, and I'm not gonna do that. Where am I gonna run to?
away from your problems,
Run
like
away.
the rest of us.
Run away from our problems. Everybody's running away from your problems, but for a bunch of people running, everyone's gaining weight.
It's true.
That kind of running makes you gain weight.
That's true. At any
Yeah.
rate, I think I'm done with Arcanum for the evening.
Yeet.
We have gone into the mountain wheel.
Replace my knees with bike horns.
Space Station 13 ideas right there.
Oh,
Hey man, if you're
man.
testing ghetto surgery, try doing something like that sometime.
Running blades. Yeah, you could go for the alternative. Know any good welders? There we go. Welcome to Night City, where you can be anything.
You can become.
My knees just say play school on it. I'm like, that's all I could afford.
you laugh, but the cyberpunk tabletop is kind of like that.
Yeah, sorry, it's all I could afford was the play school knees. Yeah, if I had a lot of money, like expendable income, maybe I might get my knees replaced. But I mean, they don't bother me; they just make noise. Maybe they just bother everyone. Look, if my knees bother you guys that much, and you want to foot the bill for new knees, I will gladly accept that. Because I think having titanium knees would be fucking sick, honestly. I think that would be pretty cool. Or whichever knee material
You'd be like 2%
Okay.
Wolverine.
What knee material would you prefer other than titanium?
Flubber.
Flubber? Someone's like, oh, when I'm walking around?
Crop steel.
Crop steel? Jello?
You just knee people in the face and their skull caves in.
Go fund me for some new knees, and I just put on the GoFundMe page my knees, and I just do like the
No, you do the exploding knees image macro with your face photoshopped on. Haven't you ever seen that one?
No.
That's a classic.
Maybe I have, but I don't know what you're
It's,
describing.
it's from like 15 years ago.
Yeah,
so
I probably saw it, but
more. It's like an original Chan.
I'm
meme.
not very good at memes. I don't know how they
Memes,
work.
Jack. The DNA of the soul.
I never figured out how they work. I just laugh at them when I see them, and then I go, "That was pretty funny."
When the imposter is sus.
Maraca knees. I click and crunch when going up and downstairs. It happens. I also get random hip dislocations. I don't know. Gremlin, that's not good. Look, if you're having hip dislocations, you don't get used to it. This dude's like
Like drum set knees.
drum set knees. I've been caught.
I've been feeling
Anyway, we got a little goofy at the end there. We'll be back again on Wednesday with Hitman. That's right, the new Hitman game is coming out.
Yeah.
And we're going to play Hitman.
Tobias
Ip
Reaper.
Man.
We're going to play the Hitman game.
I'm
the
in the
video
headhunting
game.
industry.
Ip Man.
Totally that game. We're going to play it and not anything else. Hitman.
See ya.
Also known as Codename 47. Anyway, here's the outro button. That's it. All right, you guys take care. We'll see you again. I'm going to go eat some chicken and potatoes. And have a good one.